Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live. I was busy talking to Dr. Pieczenik and got back on air a little bit late. I apologize for that. He's going to be joining us coming up during the next segment. He developed some of the major psychological warfare programs that are currently used today, and he's clearly looked at this latest Bin Laden killing and said you can see all the scripting, the psyop, but he can confirm that he was dead pre-2002, as he did on the air in April of 2002 with us. So we're going to break down from a former Black Op mastermind exactly what is going on here, and again, recapping why they've done this, but even more important, why they staged 9/11. And here is the article where you can read part of his extensive bio and learn more. Top U.S. government insider, Bin Laden died in 2001, 9/11, a false flag. That is up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com right now. And we look forward to having him on with us for 15 minutes of the next hour. It'll really just be an hour of airtime. Because when we come back, I'm going to go over some of his bio and this article just so people know exactly who they're listening to. And then also, he's been in so many missions, involved in so many things. He is the character that Jack Ryan in the Patriot Games series is based on. And that's on record. He's co-authored many of the books with Tom Clancy. He's also, you go to IMDb, the producer on films like Net Force and others. I mean, just incredible, and nobody knows what he looks like. And he's here with us today because he wants you to know the truth. I hope people realize the magnitude of this, and obviously we'll let things settle out, and if he can do it, come back on with us again next week. As things continue to unfold. So we're going to be breaking all of that down today. He, of course, is a board examiner level psychiatrist, ran many large mental institutions, also worked under 5 presidents, 3 state departments, and just involved in innumerable secret and clandestine operations. Maybe I should get him out of the gates to tell us about some of the stuff that he can now talk about. Just so people know how important this information is, and the fact that he's risking a lot coming on air and saying that he talked to a top U.S. general who could confirm 9/11 was an inside job, and he's ready to testify before a federal or state grand jury right now. This is big news. He's not playing games, and this is the real deal. But as he pointed out yesterday, he's not really risking anything. Because if we don't turn this around, folks, there is no society, there is no future. I mean, every time I look at my dear little children, how sweet and innocent and good they are, and there's always corruption, there's always problems, but when you stop resisting it, when you just give in to it, when you let total delusion rule the day, it infects all of society, then total confidence is lost, and you become a banana republic. And we are on our way to that right now. And the controllers try to sell us on how much they want to protect us. I heard the meme they're pushing right now is that the government's job is to protect you. And that's the most important. I heard them on the radio and TV saying, don't worry about gas prices. Don't worry about the dollar plunging. It's national security. Keep us safe. Well, what's most important is the Bill of Rights, Constitution, Declaration of Independence, the free market, private property, the family. That's the engine that the limited government is supposed to protect. Not protect me by having checkpoints on the highways everywhere, which they're now announcing, CBS News. We'll talk about it all with Dr. Steve Pieczenik straight ahead.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond Gusset Jeans. Made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond Gusset Jeans got it. Others don't.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones. I'm looking for people that have the wisdom to spot savings, opportunity, and recognize risk. Saving means to make money. The Cal-Ben Pure Soap Company can save you thousands of dollars and give you good old-fashioned real soaps that are triple concentrated and twice as good as what you're using now. Soaps made from vegetable and coconut oils that contain no useless dyes, perfumes, deodorants, or antibacterials. Your risk is the hundreds of hazardous toxic detergents that give you rashes, itching sores, and deteriorating clothing called lint. If you want something better, if you want something you've never had before, you have to do something you've never done before. Getting a free catalog is easy by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com. Take charge of your health now by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Well, for the next hour and change, Dr. Steve Pieczenik is our guest. He served as Deputy Assistant Secretary of State and Senior Policy Planner under Secretaries Henry Kissinger, Cyrus Vance, George Shultz, and James Baker. Dr. Pieczenik continues to consult the Department of Defense. He received a Council on Foreign Relations CFR Fellowship, where he was recruited by Lawrence Eagleburger as Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for Management. In the position, he was created the Office of Combat Terrorism, the Family Liaison Office. He recognized the medical department within the State Department and merged and reorganized the Department of Cultural Affairs and the U.S. Information Agency into one organization, the International Communications Agency. Dr. Pieczenik is the author and creator of 26 New York Times bestsellers. He's the advisor to Tom Clancy. That's how Clancy knows all that stuff. His experiences in government and international crisis management were the basis of Tom Clancy's characters Jack Ryan and Richard Clark. And you can go to IMDb and see that he's listed as executive producer on many of those big films. And it's stevepieczenik.com. We're not going to show you his photo. His photo's not known. I mean, he was really an interesting type, psychiatrist. A lot of times you find those type of guys right up at the top of black ops, psychological warfare. I did more research on him. I mean, I knew who he was 9+ years ago when I interviewed him, and it really blew me away how much he doesn't toot his horn. In fact, looking around here in my stack, I'm looking for my London Telegraph article. U.S. envoy admits role in Aldo Moro killing, the former Italian prime minister. Overthrowing governments. I mean, he is Jack Ryan and then some, that character. That's why we've got Harrison Ford's image up there as Jack Ryan today, since we don't have a photo of a Dr. Pieczenik. And, I mean, I got to say, at certain levels, they make it mythical, the Navy SEALs and the Delta Force and all that stuff. I mean, this guy... People like to get scared of those types. People ought to really be creeped out in a way by just how much this guy knows, where he's been. He's a scary guy. And I know he's going to probably laugh at that in a minute. But the point is, putting out disinfo. I'm going to see if this is true so the Red Brigades would go ahead and kill him because they thought it would destabilize Italy if they didn't. I mean, just wild. I mean, it goes on and on. For the Pentagon setting up the modern Black Op program that's run today, this is the ultimate guy to get on to analyze the Black Op we saw Sunday, the disinfo, the cartoonishness of it. He comes on air and tells us that, yes, 9/11 is an inside job. He's ready to testify to a federal or state grand jury on the top general at the time that was in the military, that, yes, it was an inside job. They stood down. It was a Black Op. Now, of course, I've got the local footage of the police saying, get back, they're going to blow up Building 7, and the firefighters about the molten steel and the blast charges going off, the free fall. I mean, the NORAD stand down, the Cheney order. I mean, people say, where's the evidence? There's too much evidence. It hides in plain view. But what a breaking news for him to say this here. This is the co-author of Tom Clancy's books, ladies and gentlemen. This guy, untold wealth, untold success, big movies. Why would he be doing this? Because he cares, folks, because we're so down the line now. America is collapsing. I've got the financial stack of news here. 1 in 7 in the U.S. receive food stamps, Wall Street Journal. Stocks sink, led by energy, dollar slump. Dollar now, they're reporting at its all-time low since 1941. Internet police, open calls to start shutting down freedom of speech. Average price of gas hits $4. Chicago breaks $4.44. The White House secretly pressuring newspapers not to even make unflattering remarks about the president and his wife. Total manipulation behind the scenes. Now the official story is literally falling in on itself right now. I listened to national talk radio, local talk radio, liberal, conservative, last night and this morning. I went to bed at 1, got up at 5, nothing but full spectrum, computer, TV on the background, radio. About 70% of the callers are calling in saying, I'm a liberal, I like Obama. They're showing they're not being political, but I think this was staged, and I don't believe it, and I'd heard he'd been killed many times and was dead years ago. Next, I'm a conservative, and he's trying to get political points with this. Where's the body? Why are they changing the stories? All over the map. Now, that's 70%. We're seeing record Facebook accounts being deleted, MySpace, people being knocked off major news site comments where they normally allow dissent. The system is scared to death right now, and I can officially tell you this blew up in their face. Now, I want to go to Dr. Pieczenik here in just a moment because he doesn't want to toot his horn. But, I mean, if he could, just people know how serious, because you can just Google his name. I spent over an hour last night just into the government overthrows, the black ops, the running the Taliban against the Russians, just you name it. This guy makes E. Howard Hunt look like a schoolboy, all the stuff he was involved in. And it goes on. And of course, Ethan Hunt, that's the name of the guy in Mission Impossible, and they admit that's the character of E. Howard Hunt. We got the deathbed confession here first of them pulling the trigger on JFK. Top U.S. government insider, Bin Laden died in 2001, 911 a false flag. Top U.S. government insider, Dr. Steve Pieczenik, a man who held numerous different influential posts under 5 different presidents, but under the Secretary of State under 3, still works for the Defense Department. Shockingly told Alex Jones' show yesterday that Osama Bin Laden died in 2001 and that he was prepared to testify in front of a grand jury on how top general told him directly that 9/11 was a false flag inside job. I mean, this is the kind of stuff can get us killed, folks. Pieczenik cannot be dismissed as a conspiracy theorist. He served as the Deputy Assistant Secretary of State under 3 administrations, Nixon, Ford, Carter, while working under Reagan and Bush Sr., and still works as a consultant for the Department of Defense, a former U.S. Navy captain, went as high as colonel, I believe, before he got out. Pieczenik achieved 2 prestigious Harry C. Solomon Awards at the Harvard School as he simultaneously completed his Ph.D. at MIT. Recruited by Lawrence Eagleburger as Deputy Assistant Secretary for State Management, Pieczenik went on to develop the basic tenets of psychological warfare. This is from the Pentagon. The basic modern tenets of psychological warfare, counterterrorism strategy, and tactics for transcultural negotiations. That's the anthropology, sociology, for the U.S. Department of State, military and intelligence communities, and other agencies of the U.S. government, while also developing foundational strategies for hostage rescue that were later employed